Back in 2006, I did personal training for several years, and one woman that I worked with said to me, I don't want to get too lean because I want to get pregnant one day and have kids. Before I go any further, let me say right now that any limiting belief about your desire for fat loss will limit the outcome of whatever you pursue. Now, what made this such an unusual situation is this woman was right around, even a little bit over 30% body fat. How do you know? Well, I know that because I performed a 9-point caliper body fat pinch test on her monthly. And I think she ended up getting down to around 26% body fat. But to understand this, a good analogy would be a homeless person. Let's say there's a homeless man on the street, and he said to me, I don't ever want to make too much money, because if I do, then I might have a lot of people asking me for money. That would be a good analogy. And I say that to say this, is that she told me that not because she had any intention of getting lean or preserving her fertility, rather. She didn't make that statement because she really wanted to have kids, right? In fact, to this day, the woman's still single, and she's close to 45% body fat now. And there ain't no kids anywhere in the picture, or there will never be any kids in the picture. The reason she said that wasn't to protect her fertility. The reason she said that was she didn't want any expectations on her leanness. She didn't want any boundaries on what she put into her mouth. So whether you're someone that's on her side of the coin, on her side of the table, or you're on the other side of the equation, where you do want to lose weight, you do want to get leaner, but you truly don't want to get too lean. And there are a few people like that. But truth be told, in my entire career, close to 20 years in the fitness online nutrition industry, I can think of one person, one woman, one female that actually had to worry about getting too lean. One. That's one. Okay? And some people do have freaky genetics. But then it goes back to the quote I said early on in the video, is that any limiting belief about your desire for leanness will limit the outcome of whatever you pursue. And the same holds true. I know you guys have seen this. And it's usually for men. I've known men, younger guys in the past, that were, small, thin, or maybe they're a little bit overweight, whatever the situation was, but they wanted to beef up. They wanted to add muscle. They wanted to get a little bit more buff. And what they would say to me is, I don't want to get too big. Right? That's what they would say to me. We've all heard guys say that. They're usually younger guys. Well, or maybe they're middle-aged, whatever, but they'll say, I don't want to get too big. I want to get muscle. I want to build some muscle. I want to get stronger, but I don't want to get too big. I had one guy tell me one time, I don't want to look like Arnold. You can't make this stuff up. You really can't. And that indicates to me they don't have they have unrealistic expectations. They don't understand the reality about building muscle, just the same way that woman didn't understand the reality about fat loss. Getting too lean is never going to be a problem for her. Guys, take that to heart, put it into practice, make a mental note, and remember, don't ever let one bad meal beat you twice. WhatWolfTraining.com, What Wolf Nutrition, signing out. Have a great one, guys.